I think we've all seen your ability to have great playoff games when it matters the most. Where do you think that sense of the moment comes in your game?
For me, it's just about focusing on what we got to do, staying present, staying within yourself, and staying confident in your abilities and taking what the game is giving you. I work a lot on my mental side and staying focused and locked in and just letting the game flow. And I feel like in the playoffs, nothing else matters. And I'm just able to focus in on what we have to do. I think that's the foundation of my game, playing with a pure heart, trying to be aggressive and make winning plays for the team. That's always been me when I was growing up, just doing whatever it takes to win.
Thanks, Norm. I really appreciate it.
Going to go next to Josh Lewenberg from TSN.
Hey, Norm, congrats on the win. You mentioned going back and watching the film from game one. It was sort of a strange one for you, picking up those early fouls. You took that hit in the first half as well. Probably didn't play as much as you would have liked. Can you take us through your focus and your approach coming off of that game? How much of it is looking back and how much of it is looking forward?
I try to just take what happened, learn from it, see where I could have been more forceful and aggressive. And that's just not on offense, just defensively, being in the right spot at the right time and not being a step late. Maybe if I was over there a little quicker or reacted better, I wouldn't be in a position to pick up those fouls, even if they were cheap fouls, in my opinion. So that's what I take from it. And today I just try to do that on both sides of the basketball, be a little more aggressive, picking guys up a little further up, getting into the game, creating that energy coming off the bench on both sides of the ball.
Thanks, Norm. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Before we get to our next question, anybody looking for Pascal Siakam, he's now in the locker room. Just go ahead and click the link on our chat. Next question for you, Norm, is going to go to Eric Kareen from The Athletic.
Hey, Norm, nice game. Congrats on the win. Obviously, you know that your numbers in transition and your numbers just finishing around the rim this year are around your career best. Is there anything you attribute that to? Is it just experience? Are you able to work on it in a specific way? What do you make of that?
I spend a lot of time, working on my touch in the off season, just different ways to use the glass, to create touching, finishes around the rim, things like that, different positioning around the basket. And I think it's just a lot of confidence and trust, and what you've been working on, and taking what the defense is giving you, looking for contact, not fading away, going directly at the rim to finish, and being able to adjust. So I've spent a lot of time on that and working with that, especially with the way teams guard me, trying to send me to my left or where, it's a little tougher. So I spent a lot of time perfecting my weak hand. So I'm able to finish different ways around the rim, but I think a lot of it is just focusing and playing through the contact and, looking to finish rather than looking for a foul.
Jared Allen is obviously provides so much length there under the rim. When he's, first of all, can you talk about the challenge he presents when he isn't there? And second of all, when he's off the floor, how much more enticing does it become to drive?
I mean, he did a great job of using his length, to protect the rim. I think one thing that he does great is avoiding the contact. When you're trying to shoulder hit him when you're driving, he avoids that and uses his length to adjust your shots and get to the ball. I saw that when he blocked my shot in game one. So just trying to use different angles, to get him off balance, a little quicker, to where he doesn't know when you're going to finish or shoot the basketball. So I think that's what really helped me in seeing that. And, when they're out, they're a little smaller, with not having DeAndre Jordan out there to come in as another 7-foot big to protect the rim. We're able to punch gaps and get into our drive, kick, swing offense and make plays at the rim.
Thanks, Norm.
Going to go next to Michael Grange from Sportsnet.
Hey, Norm. Great game. Just a little off topic. I'm just wondering if you had a chance to see the video that came out last night regarding the size incident in Oakland, and if it kind of rang true in terms of a lot of the things you guys are trying to keep front and center through this whole restart.
I mean, I think it speaks to what's going on now. I'm glad that there was a body cam to be able to show what actually went down. I know there was a lot of different stories going on saying that, with Masai, was the aggressor in this situation. So I'm glad that we were able to get to the real bottom line and everybody can see what really happened. But it's exactly what we're fighting for. For justice to be served for those cops that are taking the law a little bit into their own hands, and unnecessarily. So I mean, we saw it as a team, and we're very open and passionate about social justice, and I'm just really glad that the video and everything came out, and Masai is able to clear his name and what people were saying about him, and the way the whole situation went down. But it's exactly what we've been fighting for, and we're going to continue to take that fight, to take out the bad apples in the police force.
Norm, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Final question for you, Norm, is going to go to Steve Simmons from the Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Steve.
Strange question, and I apologize for it. Did you ever play football? Because when I watch you cut between people in traffic, I'm thinking high school running back, high school receiver, you would have been deadly.
Yeah, I played football a little bit, Pop Warner, growing up. I kind of played out of positioning for some other reasons. But I think a lot of it just is how you practice. We really work on tucking the ball in traffic the same way running backs and stuff do. So you're really working on that, different movements with the ball, to get to where you want to go. But I played a little bit of football, and I try to carry it over in the physicality aspect of the game.